You've got some reporting out today about a possible connection between the Biden White House and Fani Willis's office. There's been a lot of buzz about this because we saw billings from Nathan Wade, who met with the White House in connection with this case. I think it was more than once, it was at least twice. And people were wondering what exactly was going on there, because the White House wants us to believe they've had nothing to do with any of these prosecutions. None of their fingerprints are anywhere on them. This is just a Fani Willis project. So what have you learned?
Well, I have multiple credible sources with direct knowledge that a man named Jeff DeSantis is a plant or a type of liaison to the Biden administration in Willis's office. Jeff DeSantis is a DNC operative. He's been around Georgia politics for years and years. He ran Fani Willis's campaign in 2020. He helped with the transition in 2020 into 2021, and he's still there as a deputy DA assistant.
So how connected is this guy to the Democrat Party outside of Georgia?
He's very connected. I mean, he's run multiple campaigns. He probably knows everyone on the Rolodex of Joe Biden. I don't know that for sure, but that's just how connected this guy appears to be. His bio is extensive. He worked for the Georgia DNC. Like I said, he's run multiple campaigns, and I have a story coming out tomorrow exposing that he worked with a member of Congress in 2020 and was receiving funds in 2023 as a consultant. And so this just raises questions as to why he would be working for Fani Willis at the same time as, double dipping essentially on the campaign front.
Mm-hmm. Or was it a convenient accident that this guy with national DNC ties winds up in the Fani Willis office, or was it intentional, right? That's the question. Did they just get lucky that somebody who's this connected to the Democrats writ large wound up in her office, or was he placed there?
My sources tell me it's not a coincidence. That has yet to be, sussed out how connected the White House is. But my sources, which have direct knowledge of the ongoings of the office, say that this guy was the point guy. Nothing happened in that office that this guy doesn't know about, this guy being Jeff DeSantis. And so more reporting to come. We have more breaking news in the following days on this.
Okay. And just as a refresher, Mr. Wade's expense reports show he traveled to Athens, Georgia for a conference with the White House counsel's office on May 23rd, 2022. I do believe there was at least one other, because there was that 24-hour bill that he submitted for his time. So we know that there's been at least some chatting between Wade and the White House. And we also understand that he's had multiple meetings, because he's invoiced for them, with the January 6th committee, team meeting, conference with J6, research legal issues to prep interview. There's at least 4 of those bills by Nathan Wade's own hand. So, all of this has the feel of coordination. I mean, we reported earlier, there was based on a political report, that Biden's very angry at Jack Smith for not moving faster on those prosecutions. I think the Georgia prosecution was their ace in the hole. New York is going to be like a slap on the wrist. The federal prosecutions are big and bad, but they're not going anyplace anytime soon because of all the legal maneuvering. And Georgia was their ace in the hole because they have a very Biden-friendly prosecutor, a Biden-friendly jury pool. And while the judge is right down the middle, he's a former Federalist guy, so I think he's more Republican-leaning. It's better to have a good jury pool than to have the best judge. So this is the position they were in, which is why all of this is so potentially devastating. So this guy, DeSantis, what do we know about him? Like, what do we know whether he's been actively involved in the Trump case?
My sources say that Jeff DeSantis is involved with targeting President Trump, helping organize it in the background. And between Jeff DeSantis and Nathan Wade, we have 2 guys who sources say were involved before and after this prosecution of former President Trump. And going back to Nathan Wade was on the transition team. Breitbart News reported this on Sunday, that he led the transition team of Fani Willis coming into office, and was in charge of hiring and firing Fani's staff. Wade was not a staff member of Fulton County yet. So that really raises questions why he was there. Why was he directing staff decisions? On top of it, the sources told me that it was obvious that Wade and Willis had a relationship going on during this transition. And that
Really?
contradicts what Wade said on the stand, which is that, the affair really got going in 2022. Well, that's not what my sources are telling me.
What did your sources observe between them?
They observed behavior that, indicates that they were in a relationship. I didn't go deeply into that. My reporting is mostly on how, number one, Wade was involved and led the transition team. And that, number two, Jeff DeSantis, sources are telling us, was a plant from the Biden administration.
By the way, we should reach out to Jeff DeSantis, and we'll bring you his response if we get one from him on this allegation. I assume he did not.
I have reached out. And I have not heard back. I would love to hear back and report their side of the story.
Do you owe back taxes? Pandemic relief is now over. Along with hiring thousands of new agents and field officers, the IRS has kicked off 2024 by sending over 5 million pay-up letters to those who have unfiled tax returns or balances owed. Oh, joy. Don't waive your rights and speak with them on your own. Tax Network USA, a trusted tax relief firm, has saved over $1 billion in back taxes for their clients, and they can help you secure the best deal possible. Whether you owe 10 grand or 10 million, they can help you. Whether it's business or personal taxes, even if you have the means to pay or you are on a fixed income, they can help financially resolve your tax burdens once and for all. Call 1-800-245-6000 for a private free consultation or visit tnusa.com/Megyn. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.